the most concise way of saying exactly what is happening at that time
Yeah.
is that sometimes in events like, or big events like it was the war in Iraq or something, and the decisions leading to all of that, and the way they happen, one of the repercussions, well, there are several repercussions to England, to Britain from that. One is the way that it's seen abroad. No, one is how it's seen abroad. Second is how, some of them are unexpected. Maybe they didn't even think about that. They didn't think that it would turn out that way. I'm sure that Tony Blair, when he made the decisions, didn't think about all these things.
Of course he didn't.
So he thought about,
I don't know what he thought about, but...
Yeah, but there are things that he probably didn't think they were going to turn out that way.
Yeah.
Other thing is that, the whole thing in the Middle East has been unleashed, something that even today we don't know what's going to happen. But what many people don't really think very much is the repercussions
in Britain itself. Yeah. That's why I'm very interested in what you're saying.
There are two mainly for me. I mean, one that are very related. One is that because one is that created because what happens is that decisions were so extreme, so didn't take the society with him. In fact, he bent the rules in many different ways in which people, if you believe in the system you work, you think that there is room for you to use the system to find your way to try to get what you want. But if you see that the system doesn't work and you stop working and didn't work properly, you stop believing and you work. I mean, that's what is happening to some extent to lots of the Muslim community in this country. They thought they for many people, and I'm one of them, but I'm a Muslim. So, but I can imagine how they feel. When you see that the system doesn't work, didn't work properly, because if the system worked properly, Tony Blair would have been stopped.
Well, I just want to say that I disagree with you in terms of the kind of generalization regarding the Muslim community.
There are many other factors into taking that aspect.
But again, what can you tell me that for example, can again illustrate what it is that didn't work?
The system didn't work.
This is what you're saying in terms of the division of power, that everybody basically watches each other close round.
Okay,
that's what you're saying.
We have different institutions of the state. One is, for instance, the gatherers of information, all the secret services. Their mission is completely, by law and by how the state works, they have to be completely independent of the executive. Completely independent. They have to give information, and the government will have to take action. But for instance, that part of the part of the government, part of the state, that is the gatherers of information, the spies, the spooks, whatever you want to call it. They provide, for instance, a dossier. There was no independence. It was no. They didn't provide dossier. The dossier was made up by the government based on things that they said, and they kind of just okayed it. Well, that's probably but that's already the flaw of the thing. They were not separated. The dossier that was provided, it was no independent dossier in which the information was put forward to the parliament, to the people. It was already a flow dossier in which the institutions were not divided, not separated. They were, instead of working separated, they were working together. Tony Blair and Alastair Campbell were together working with the head of the spooks, Mr. Alastair Campbell. That's already a flaw. That's already a very serious problem. That's already showing how the spooks are not providing information.
He wasn't the head. He was the liaison person between the MI5, and that was his job in a sense. Yeah. He wasn't the. He became the. He was so nice to Tony Blair during the investigations afterwards that he became the head. Yeah. He was rewarded for whatever he did or didn't do, yeah?
But I mean, that's what I'm talking about, the separation of functions or institutions that didn't work at all in all this process. That part didn't work properly. The people, you know, the people in charge of the center, it was, you know, it was not seen to be clean, the process in which the lawyer, the main head of the judiciary, said that the law was legal. You know, all these parts of different parts of the state should be work separated and should be challenging each other. So the final result.
And that didn't happen.
That didn't happen. And all of them seem to be working in the same direction.
But okay, so you know, you can say, well, okay, it didn't happen. How, you know, were you talking to me about repercussions? That happened, I don't know, 4 years ago.
Well, because what happened is, if the state doesn't work properly, the democracy doesn't work properly, people stop believing in it. People still don't believe anymore that actually you know, everything that is expected in society start to be undermined. All the rules, all the laws start to be undermined. So if somebody can lie to Parliament and can lie to the people and can get away with it, why is anybody should pay a bill for because their car was left there outside? I mean, what I mean is we are talking about undermining all the basics